name is King Claudius. So I have this thing where I'm power hungry. So I was like, let's poison the king! Man, I saw the queen, I was like, I'm gonna tap that. So I did. And then Hamlet started going crazy. I was like, And then I watched it play, I was like, so I knew Hamlet was onto me. So I sent that to England and somehow he got back. So then I planned to kill him by using Laertes, but that came back to bite me.
Claudius is quite the interesting guy. He's a partier, he's very selfish, he's very power hungry. It's quite evident considering the fact that he killed King Hamlet so that he could be king, and then he started sleeping with his wife. Kinda creepy guy. Throughout the play he was kind of always aiming at Hamlet. Like, he would always say things like, Hamlet, you're being unmanly, and oh Hamlet, you're doing this, and oh Hamlet, you're doing that. It's like, really? Do you really need to put salt in the wounds? Like, most people would not like Claudius because of that. In the end, I guess he did pay for all the things he did.
Hi, I'm Laertes, and I really love my sister. So when she first told me she was seeing Hamlet, I said, no cookies! Then, I went to France, but then my dad died, so I had to go back. Meanwhile, I found out my sister's gone cray-cray because of Hamlet, and I was like, darn you! Then she committed suicide. Then that fool jumped on me, and I was like, dang, cray-cray must be transmitted through them cookies. So then, I planned Hamlet's death with Claudius, but he was all,
let my disclaiming from purposed evil free me so far in your most generous thoughts.
but I don't give a crap. So I stabbed him with a poison sword. Then he stabbed me with a poison sword. And I was like, this is all Claudius's fault.
Laertes was a pretty cool guy. He was a foil to Hamlet, really showed initiative and power in comparison to Hamlet. Hamlet was kind of a guy that didn't really show off all his power because he was kind of putting off killing Claudius, but by the end, Hamlet obviously did show that he could do that. Laertes was also kind of an important character for Ophelia because he was always there to show how much love he had for Ophelia. He was always, you know, looking out for Ophelia. He really did have quite a lot of concern for Ophelia when she went crazy. So, you know, he's a good brother, he's a good guy, and that's why he was a foil to Hamlet, but in the end, maybe the roles changed a little bit. Hamlet was the one that was, you know, redeeming himself, and Laertes was the one that couldn't let go of the grudge of Hamlet.
Hi, I'm Ophelia, and my life was like so totally awesome because I was gonna be queen just because Hamlet loved me. And then my brother, he was all like, none of that! So then Hamlet went totally crazy and was like,
I love you not!
and I was totally deceived. And then he went like even more crazy and he killed my daddy. And then flowers were like just so pretty, just like me. And then I was feeling kind of crazy, so my brother came to see me. And then he was like,
A document in madness, remembrance fitted.
and then there was like this really pretty flower, and then I fell into some deep water.
Well, it's pretty safe to say that no one out-crazies Ophelia. Ophelia had a lot of external trauma. It's no wonder Ophelia was so crazy. I mean, look at how Hamlet was treating her. And then her father died, but her going crazy really did take an emotional toll on Hamlet. He basically tried to dig her out of the grave. Throughout the play, there was the external metaphor of the flowers. Ophelia was really the only good character. Everybody else did have some sort of negativity towards them. The flowers represented how Ophelia was really a pure person. Hamlet really did love Ophelia. You can see the love between him and Ophelia when he finds out that Ophelia has died. At the end of Ophelia's life, we know that she gave up because she fell into the river and she chose not to swim to safety. Ophelia was a pure character, but what we all know is that Hamlet loved her.
So you know, sir, that I, Polonius, the father of Ophelia...
One more chance, Your Majesty!
No, Hamlet was not. Hamlet was not because, you see, I told him that he could not pursue his relationship.
One more chance.
And she rejected him because I told them no baking cookies. But you know, other than that, I was really quite in favor of their relationship.
One more.
I was like, you know, it's really not in her best interest. So then I told him that he could do no such thing. But then, let me prove it to you. Let me prove it to you. I'll prove it to you.
Last one, Your Majesty. I promise.
I'm being so sneaky here, spying on Hamlet and his mother. But you know what really gets me? It's the curtain of this fabric. It's the fabric. It's so nice.
Yep.
Hi, my name's Hamlet. Prince and all. Used to have a cute girlfriend. But then one day, I saw this ghost. He was all like, "Avenge me!" And I was like, okay, I'll pretend to be crazy. Meanwhile, my mom married my uncle. Well, that was awkward. But then I got all possessed. Almost wicked speed to pose with such dexterity to incestuous seeds. And then the ghost came back, and he was all like, "Avenge me!" So I really thought, I should really kill Claudius. But then I was like, he should go to hell. But then I met this really cool guy called Fortinbras. And he was all like,
Destroy Poland! Burn the tiny village!
and I was all like, may my thoughts be bloody, or be nothing in worth. So I killed Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Yeah. And then I went back to Denmark. And I was like, I should really kill Claudius. On my way back to Denmark, I passed by this graveyard. I found this dead guy. To what base uses may we return? But then I was like, Ophelia. I loved Ophelia! 40,000 brothers cannot, with all their quantity of love, make up my sum! And then I got in this fight with Laertes, which I thought I was gonna win, and then I kind of did. But then, Claudius poisoned my mom. I got so angry, and I stabbed him! I finally killed Claudius. And then I found out I was poisoned, and so...
Let be.
Hamlet was kind of a creepy guy. He was really obsessed with death and decay and the evilness of women. He was really, really mean to his girlfriend. He was yelling things and screaming out randomly. What is wrong with this guy? But at the exact same time, you want him to succeed for some really twisted reason. But the character evolution of Hamlet is really quite interesting. Before the play, he's supposed to be quite noble. Throughout the play, he becomes really creepy and obsessed with the incestuous sex that his new parents are having. It's just kind of really creepy. He did go through some difficulties, and Fortinbras and Laertes were the foil to those difficulties. Hamlet had issues in actually asserting himself. He could have killed Claudius. Something in him was pulling him back. That was kind of interesting. That's Hamlet in a nutshell.